goes up to the 18 and picks it up. But again, quick transition here for Vancouver. We got tchoumi coming down the right side here, trying to center the ball, finds a white cap in the middle, puts a long ball in the corner, and Morales is on it. Had a half a step on tchoumi here. They're battling. Morales drops it off. tchoumi here in the middle of the field with the ball. Swings it out wide to Clark. Drops it back for trying to slow the pace. There's Morales picked it off the line, tried to put it across the middle of the goal, but picked off by tchoumi there.
Circle for Clark. Clark to Kendall. A run off the left side. And to tchoumi, looking to slot it forward to Bailey. Bailey, top of the 8. Dragging it to the top of the box. Sounders trying to get back on it. Levesque. tchoumi will lay it back for Clark. Will slot it left. Overlapping to tchoumi. Down the left touch. Looking to cross it in. Lays out through. Looking to get that ball to the top of the box. Vancouver player down. Shot goal! Vancouver makes it 3-1 in the 87th minute of play. May have been Donatelli who finished it off.
It was Donatelli who puts this one in the back of the net.
Rivera to the top of the box, headed on goal, and went when that Sabrango goal back in the first half. And great play by, they've credited Jay Alberts with the assist. I thought it was Kendall who set that one up as he.
Northwest for providing us the pictures on the USL live feed tonight as well.
Yeah, nothing against our home crew.
And stay persistent offensively. They can't play the kick and chase game as much as they have been in recent weeks against the Victory. Knocked down and calling our blast to the referee, who was the referee for the 1-1 draw with.
In there, that was a
ball. Has a right to that ball, even though Fenich Steele's coming to get it and win.
Here's Scott Thompson driving one in the box. Good. Dominic Wicks, listening tonight from California. Glad to have you with us, Dominic, as always. Just dumps it down. I'd like to see a little bit more possession in the middle of the park from the as well. Here's Jordan. 2v1 if he hurries. He gets around tchoumi, and now tchoumi.
That last week, Jordan starting to develop that finishing touch.
One thing we have not touched on yet, John, however, is
came down to Portland, wants, I'm sure, to show him up and say, hey, look what you got rid of. I'm one of the best goalkeepers in the league.
Wicks, he just sort of flew by Nash. It was credit Nash with a good move, but I think I was just about to make the point before Vancouver took the lead that, you know, I think Vancouver may be a little bit too comfortable with their knowledge of the Timbers coming into this one based on past results. This is a different team.
Absolutely.
They play a different. Timbers intercept, play it down the 23rd. It was Martin Nash in the 18th minute.
Much the same as the goal California scored on, whereas in previous years this team was really built on a strong, if streaky offense. Now this team is built.
For Jordan. Jordan has it knocked away. Here's Jordan trying to head it.
Could have played a dangerous ball back in, but Griffin, we've seen him the two shots.
But Gregor cannot pick players.
Well, tonight, the Timbers,
who I visited with at halftime, they asked me about Josh Wicks and see how he was doing. They not that they were surprised at his success, but have fit into this role as the #1 keeper. He was always a backup there, and they were curious how he's been handling it. Gregor got Josh Wicks interested in soccer. His brother
right now, real chance for the Timbers.
They can bury one here. They could end an 11-match drought against the Vancouver Whitecaps. Just like the other night.
One game to the next, and it'll slowly come. Next week they have their challenge ahead on the left side. 1-2 combination. Turns it over, back to Vancouver. Morris to Kim and back.
Play the ball to that midfield, possess and get the ball into.
The Montreal Impact, fresh off their win last week against Miami to remain undefeated this season. Host, the defending champion Vancouver Whitecaps, the team at the top of the table in the USL this year.
Ready for the start of the two best teams in the U.S. Maurizio Vincello on the wing to Di Lorenzo. Di Lorenzo. And now it's Fabro on the left side and into the corner.
Good throw. We'll look for that during the game.
Yes, he's coming through as a very consistent performer, Bob Lilly told us this morning.
Yeah. Against the conventional 4 of a 4-4-2 that is adopted by the Vancouver Whitecaps. Across the back, you know, try and open up the field. When you get possession, you want to open up the field, and a lot of teams don't have the width that you need. If you get players in wide positions, it will stretch the defense, and at the moment Montreal are trying to do that, to open up the field, because they've got very good players on the flanks. And again, that's going to be another key area, Brian, in this.
Here we have the impact towards goal, trying to create excellent stop as he reaches toward the near post and doesn't just parry it away, but catches it effectively.
Yeah, good goalkeeping. You don't give up the rebounds, and there, that kind of free.
It looked like it was Vincello who headed it away effectively. He's in an unusual position in this game, one he's not used to, because
operations, very articulate man, Charles Mbeke, and one of the things with a number of clubs is I think he's got more clubs than Tiger Woods, Charles, because he's always playing for a different team. By Tony Cage. The thing about throwing the ball out as opposed to kicking it is you've got a large chance of success.
That the Impact gave up on after his ACL surgery. They thought he had lost some speed and wasn't going to be able to compete. Instead, this year, you know the stats, this guy's been putting the ball in for Vancouver. And what an unusual thing that he couldn't play in that final, wasn't it? You know, to take off your jersey and break that rule. And it just...
Players just get a little bit carried away with the emotion. It's a harsh situation, but it's in the rule book, and that's why the players have brought a lot of experience. Very intense goalkeeper, and has had an excellent season thus far.
Vincello in the air, the long header, trying to find Mbeke, shortening a little bit. He wants to be ready for the playoffs. This team wants to peak at the right time this year, Dick, is the issue.
You mentioned that at the beginning, Brian. It's so true that Vancouver felt it was a marathon, and they peaked.
Doesn't learn him too much, so good to see his attitude on that one.
I'm sure said don't do anything stupid in the first 50 minutes, so they've got past that now. They're in the 18th minute of play.
Tchoumi to Sabrango in the corner. Tchoumi into the box. Carried away, but not effectively.
You look at the scores of these games over the years, and there's a lot of scoreless games, 1-0 games, and there's you want players making front and back post runs, and Charles tends to drift in the back post, so
he was close. And a first goal would have... Vancouver looking to match the attack of the Impact with Mbeke off the crossbar. Goalkeepers back and forth, which Andy Keg changes. Tony away, and Leonardo Di Lorenzo tries to find Mbeke and can't. Tony Donatelli. He finds Mbeke. Mbeke chests it down, hoping to find Di Lorenzo, but he is dispossessed. And Vancouver has the ball.
Yes, everyone have got their own character and personality, but I'm very much one for soccer specific.
That thought that was just the wrong place. The Cap have to come up with something special. A nice cross, but no one there except Narcisse Tchoumi.
When I was young,